My body, mind, and soul are already there. Love is my mountain, and I will move through her layers, savoring mystical moments, and I will climb. I will climb to the peaks and soar in love's majestic ecstasy. And there, I will know that love really is a mountain to share, spilling over with joy, cascading down like a waterfall. My mountain and I are one. Love is a mountain I climb.
It really started with my father's vision. When he was in high school and all through university, he had this burning desire to live and work in Africa, somewhere in Africa. And so he was able to actually manifest that interest and desire in 1962, when he was in his 30s. He packed the entire family up, which was a pretty phenomenal thing for him, somebody, like that to do, and coming from Miami, Florida, and never having any international experience. So we moved to Uganda. Actually, we left Miami, Florida on the day that Uganda became independent. That was October 9th, 1962. Now, I came from a Black public school in Miami. And when I moved to Uganda, first of all, I moved into a British school that was called the European Primary School, and then they changed the name to Victoria Niles School, and that was because of the independence. But my sisters, a Ugandan family, and a few Asian families, we actually integrated Victoria Niles School. And so it was a really dramatic change for me, because for the first time, here we are, we've landed in a country and on a continent that we'd never visited before, and there were Europeans, there were Africans, there were Asians, and my world just expanded and exploded, because now I was really embraced by different cultures, different languages, different food. And so that was really the beginning of my understanding about what it was to live in a global world and global community. Wow, I tell you, it was a tremendous concept for me. I had just come from Uganda, East Africa. Actually, my parents had moved to Nigeria in my last year of high school, and so I was really coming from Nigeria and headed back to the United States, which I was very, very excited about. And I attended Howard University, but just before I started school, my aunt sat down with me and she told me about this concept of the power of thought. Now, at 18, I'm very gullible and I'm believing every single thing that I'm being told. But it actually started a parallel education for me, because basically what she shared and what I learned as I started to really study this, as I was also studying and trying to comply with what I needed to do for my university requirements. But I delved deeply into the concept that our words, our beliefs, and our actions, in other words, the power of our thought, had such a tremendous impact on what we actually saw manifest in our world. And so if you wanted something, you just had to hold that thought and really, really believe that you could accomplish it. And so, again, at 18, I was just fascinated by this topic. And I've actually been a student of the power of thought ever since then. Of course, in recent years, I actually realized that the power of thought and what I now call and use in my company, the power of story, are really very much in alignment and one and the same.